Everybody. I wasn't sure if I wanted to stream or not, but I decided it'd probably be a good idea. Welcome in anybody that's new, anybody that's long-time viewer. I'm just gonna be playing some regular Paper Mario, checking to see if my OBS is like lagging a little bit. I think I'm gonna close my browser. Hopefully that does something here. I know I have a lot of things running like VTube Studio and StreamerBot and stuff like that. I don't know if this thing doing the source record at the same time is also making this run slow. Making the gameplay footage stutter a little bit too, which kind of bothers me. Not sure how I want to approach this. Let me see if I can turn off the filter and what happens when I do. Does it save the file? It looks like it's still recording, I think? I'm not sure. No, I think we're good. How's it going, Nick? Things have been going here and there. I'd like to say I can't complain, but I'll complain a little bit. I don't know if that upped the performance any or not. I'm gonna remove the filter for now and just pray the performance improves. I'll keep an eye on it. It also could be that the window wasn't in focus. Yeah. I've just been busy with a lot of stuff. School's been bothering me a little bit. Stuff going on with my internship. It's been keeping me awake all weekend. I figured I'd stream or do something. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the game capture on top. It's gonna look funky, and I apologize in the meantime. But that way I can just crop it for later. I was originally planning to use source record as a filter. And what that would have done is that would have recorded my gameplay as a separate recording as only that source. But it seemed like it was lagging my stream out. So I just I'm just gonna move the source to the top. It might not look as clean as it usually does, but I don't really care. I probably don't need sound effects. I don't know. There's only so much I can do. I do want to get some more RAM for my computer. That's probably what's going on here. Oh, congrats on graduating. Yeah, I still got a little ways to go here, unfortunately. About 6 months, hopefully 6 months. They're having a situation where my internship might get pushed back, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen, because I'd have to wait another 6 months on top of that to get my life on track. And yeah, it's just been bothering me with the deadlines and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna find out on probably tomorrow or Tuesday whether or not I have to get pushed back, so it's just been bothering me for a little while. So I'm just gonna play this. You know, you've seen me play this game a million freaking times. I'm just playing a regular version of the game. We're gonna be doing just regular long play, probably 100%. We'll see how much we get done. I mean, we're not gonna 100% it all in one day or anything, but yeah, I really hope it doesn't get pushed back either. I've made a lot of plans, and being a school counselor and everything, I would want to start at the beginning of the school year, and that kind of wouldn't be able to happen if I get pushed back, so It's still possible to start halfway through the year, but it's a lot more inconvenient. I don't know, man. Just administration and people not emailing me that I had extra things that I needed to do, even though I had like 12 signatures and things saying, hey, I want to do this. I already have my site written down. We've emailed the person that's my supervisor multiple times, but I guess it's not enough. You know, whatever, man, right? But, I don't want to spend all day complaining. It's the same stuff I've been thinking about all weekend. So I'm just gonna try to let it go. Throw caution to the wind, see what happens, right? Crazy thing is we're not even playing anything insane right now. We're just doing a regular run. Which is like the first time I've done this in quite a while. I watched Lower play this a lot. He does speedruns and stuff. I'm definitely no speedrunner, but we're gonna have fun. I appreciate it. Staying positive is increasingly hard. Just with all the random circumstances that happen to fall, you know, where they may. But, I mean, I guess what else can you do other than be positive, right? Things will sort themselves out. Whether I have to wait an extra 6 months or get it done, you know, early. It's not like I'm, you know, gonna end up on the street and homeless or anything, so I just could be thankful for that, right? Let's see who has followed since I last streamed. Thanks for subscribing. On YouTube, we're up to 2158 now. Pretty big deal to me. Every time I see that number go up a little bit, I do feel a little better. So I want to get to a point where it gets like a nice, comfortable high number, and not just for my own like ego or whatever. You know, maybe a little bit if I'm being really honest. But I think like I would like to earn a little bit from this. I'll tell you, Nick, I've been playing this game since I was 5 years old, and it's never gotten old. Mostly, I need to earn a little bit of extra money. My student loans are another thing that's been kind of bothering me a little bit. So, I'd like to spend this next little while really pushing the brand forward and, like, making stuff that people want to watch rather than just what I want to make. Because half the time, those two things don't always line up, right? Where I think video is going to be crazy positive, and then turns out like 50 people watch it, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, well, I think this is a very valuable resource. It's something that's really good. And like, it might even be a good resource, but it's not what people are looking for right there and then at that moment. I have to sort of lean in a little bit more to what people really want. You know what I mean? Even if it's been beaten to death 100,000 times, too. I think, TikTok proved it, that being repetitive and copying other people doesn't always, you know, result in problems. You'll still find success. What's up, Pedro, on a TTYD? Trying to do that because the government doesn't pay crap. They give you, I heard they give you a lot of benefits, but the pay might not always be as good. You know what I mean? I wish I configured my controls before I did this, because now I'll have to close the game out. Which, if I'm going to be playing for a long time, it might be worth doing. I'll save. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the emulation real quick. I'm going to go into my settings, the controller config. I am going to change the Z trigger to the Y button. And then I'm gonna change C down to the X button, so it's more like TTYD. The benefits aren't even that great either. That's such a shame. They really like kind of sell that, like whenever they email you and send you all those like phone calls and text messages, like we have great benefits. That's kind of sucks that they're not following through on that the way that I thought they would. I'll have to do some cuts, unfortunately, to make all of this coherent. But I probably won't have to do like a lot of cuts. Free college is a great thing. I did not get free college. I got quite the opposite of free college. I am paying out my ass for college. And I've made a lot of mistakes in my life that have kind of raised the cost of college for me beyond a reasonable amount, where I've changed my mind or transferred schools and things like that. It was not a very responsible set of decisions. I was also going through a lot at the time. But, you know, I guess taking advantage of a vulnerable teenager, you know? Now I'm kind of broke. But, you know, it doesn't mean I'm, like, dead in the water, though, right? There's always a way out of it. We just gotta find it. Student loans. That's a scary word. Scary phrase. It says I have 3 gifts until badge upgrade. I wonder what that means. Does anybody even know what the Twitch badges are? I'm the Vivian. Oh, okay. Dude, I really want to do well with this content stuff. I feel like I've been poking and prodding at it for a while. And, a little bit's come out of it. I can't say that nothing's come out of it. I remember, I think when you joined, Nick, I was at 300 subscribers. I'm at 2,100, so 7 times that, which is cool, you know? I don't think I'm a big shot or anything, but I certainly think I could do a little more. You can tell me what you think, Nick, if you would watch this. I'm actually planning a new series, and it's not going to be just about Paper Mario either, but I'm, like, talking about video game villains and things, right? So the first one is going to be Paper Mario, and I want to make a video on, like, their evil master plan. I think the video is just going to be called Master Plan, or, like, the series. And I want to, like, look at what they did and what they could have done better to see how they could have, like, succeeded. So I feel like Bowser in this game was really close to succeeding, but he made just the most ridiculous, stupid mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, leaving his diary out, you know? I feel like if he didn't leave his diary out, then I don't think that Mario could have really done a whole lot. I mean, when you ignore some of, like, the cheesy, obvious ones, like, well, why don't you just put the key behind the door? You know what I mean? Because then you could just say that every time. But I think saying something like, you know, if he didn't leave his diary out, or if they just put guards in front of Princess Peach's cat, like her room, so that she wouldn't ever be able to walk out and get the info from Gourmet Guy or whoever. All it would have taken was like 2 guards to just stand in front of Princess Peach's, you know what I mean? But it just so happened that so many little things, you know, happened to get in the way of the plan. What could he have done to prevent those little things from happening, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I thought of. But I'm glad you like the idea. And this could extend to a lot more complex stories as well, and not just like Bowser's, right? like TTYD's story, how could, you know, the X-Nauts and Grotus could have succeeded? How could have Bowser succeeded in Mario 64? Or, God, even non-Mario related and like villains. You could do like Ganondorf, or there's so many choices that you could pick from. You know what? I gotta get this star piece. I forgot I'm getting everything. I think Pokemon could have been a good one too, like Team Rocket and stuff. You know, I think like the documentary stuff is what's gonna get people interested. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do this one time and one time only. Well, one time that I get a reasonable distance, right? We'll do like at least 3 jumps. I feel like I'm lagging a little bit. Alright, actually 3 times left. Without, it doesn't matter how bad I do. Oh, that was really good. God damn it. Alright, that's fine. Now we'll give the dolly back. So we're just doing a casual long play here. We're not gonna do anything crazy. How come you don't have Twitch yet, Nick? Did you end up not getting it, like, ever? Like Zelda, Splatoon, Pokemon 2. Yeah, there's so many choices. And I've been talking about wanting to branch out with the content and stuff like that, and then I never did. But I feel like if I did, you know, I would be able to open up a lot more potential. Because there's a lot of times where I run out of ideas for what I want to do. I feel like, oh, everybody's done that. And that shouldn't be a barrier, because if somebody's done it before, literally just, you know, look at all of TikTok and like all of YouTube Shorts and all of Instagram. Like, the top comment on every video is the same top comment, you know, as every other top comment on every other video of the exact same kind. I don't know if people just really enjoy the repetitiveness of it, you know, like its familiarity, maybe? I don't know. It's been sealed for your safety. You come back later when he has the veranda fixed and there's a shooting star sitting on the balcony there. You got banned on your first day for nothing. I don't think I've heard that one before. Yeah, I think I should just start making more of these documentary style videos. Because a lot of people... You could be like a second monitor streamer or a second monitor type of, you know, content creator. Where people will listen to you while they're doing other stuff. Sometimes the content I make isn't always the type of content you can listen to while you're doing other stuff. And you're like, you know, not you, but like, you know, the people that watch my videos are usually in their like 20s, or maybe late teens to like mid 20s is usually my content. I would say like 18 to 27. I literally got it, watched a Mario thing and got banned. It's crazy. But most people at our age group, I feel like, you know, they're busy with stuff. Real world stuff's going on. And they don't always want to watch something. They want to listen to something while they cook or while they vacuum or like, you know what I mean? Good luck, man. I appreciate you coming along, so. Thanks, man. I'll catch you later on. I'm sure you'll come back. So yeah, the blue one has less HP, so it's always good to take care of him first. Blue one has 6, red one has 7. I don't know why they chose to do that. I do have my bestiary video, if anybody wants to check that out. It has all the information on every enemy in the game. If anybody's interested in learning about the unused enemies, I could always make a video about that, but I don't know if that's the type of content most people are interested in seeing. But I gotta embrace the second monitor culture, you know? Because what do? I put on a lot of videos when I go to sleep at night, right? I don't think I can sleep in, like, pure silence. It just, like, it's maddening for me sometimes. So I put on something to kind of lightly focus on before I go to sleep. And that helps a little bit. But I will be streaming for a while, so we'll see who pops in, all that. I'm just waiting for an enemy to pop out, right? Okay. The only problem with me recording this the way I'm doing it right now is that I'm not going to be able to have game sound without me talking over it. I tried to use the source record thing, but it seemed like it slowed it down. So, I'd rather have no sound than a choppy video, if that makes sense. Yeah, anyway, I was getting back to who was following me earlier. Hey, it's Ryamsu. Thanks so much for your follow. I hope you're doing well, man. I always tune into your streams, so it was nice of you to follow me. Alright, let's get rid of this guy. I'm gonna knock down Spoomnut Tree. Dozy Plays 99. I think you were from Chi-Chi's stream. Same with Cheesecake. So I appreciate you guys. These are kind of like cutscene fights. There's no action commands or anything involved, so you just kind of chill out. You really can't do anything about any of the attacks, you just have to watch. I'm gonna be here a little while. Alright. I believe there's a star piece. Yep, we were correct in our assumption. I'll probably be missing some things too, but we'll run through them later on. We're just gonna focus on, you know, lightly going out of the way just for everything that we remember off the top of our heads. And then, after that, like, anything that we don't get, we'll just go and get at the end. Probably a lot of star pieces we're going to be leaving behind, I'm sure. Alright. We're headed forward here. Still a little, choppy. Nice super shroom, that'll help out. So we need a dizzy dial. Or is it a sleepy sheep? I gotta check the bestiary. See how amazing it is to have as a resource. It's one of the two. Okay, so where are we at here? Junior Troopa, Goomba, Spike Goomba, Paragoomba, Blue Goomba, Red Goomba, King Goomba. Where's the Magic Koopa? Did I not put him in? I swear to God I put him in. Yeah, he was right after Goomba King. So I must have just skipped him on accident. Hopefully that's not cut out of the original. So we need a Sleepy Sheep, that's what we need, not a Dizzy Dial. But a Sleepy Sheep is going to help us deal with the Magic Koopa. You guys get to see the power. Oh shit. Pshaw. Okay, we're out of the mess. So the Sleepy Sheep is down here. After we get past the boundaries here. There we go. Get the hammer throw badge. Alright. Oh yeah, we get to do the TV challenge. With like the no, not the TV challenge, the radio challenge with the pink toad. I always thought that guy was so cool. Okay, so we've got a Sleepy Sheep. And we're gonna use it strategically. Damn. I remember getting stuck here because I didn't realize that I had to go to the top of the Shooting Star Summit before I talked to the toads. And I'm like, how come these guys don't move? Reading comprehension of a goldfish for sure. Got that. I want to get Speedy Spin as soon as possible as well. We're sitting at a whole 10 coins right now, so we gotta earn some moolah. I kind of want to go with the Peril / Mega Quake strat. Found out I don't have work tomorrow, which is nice, I guess. My client's sick again, so we're gonna have some free time. So I don't work tomorrow, which means I can do whatever I want today. Pretty free Monday, but I gotta deal with a bunch of emails. I just want this week to be done. This is gonna be a tough one. Yeah, I don't think it'll be a problem to do this without sound effects. So all it really needs is the music, and the sound effects might even get distracting. Unless I'm, like, communicating a specific point about something in the game. In which case, I can just record that thing. Here's Twink. Does anybody in Twitch chat or anybody know what a Twitch badge upgrade is? It says that we have 3 gifts until a badge upgrade. I'm not sure what that means. Is it just like a little... Oh, is it the little purple present by my name? I see. Okay, interesting. It's probably from when I gifted to other people. I'm trying to remember. I think I've gifted to Val for sure. I don't remember who else. Oh, I gifted to Aurora when we did the or no, it was Aurora and Shadow because I did the Chow tournament. That's what it was. I hope Aurora's been doing well. I haven't seen her in a while. Hope all you guys are doing well. Alright. We got the Lucky Star. Oh man, I accidentally did the action command thing. Alright, I guess we got to sit through this. What's up, Usagi? Hope you're doing well. Are you headed home today? Is that what it was? On the road. Well, I hope everything, is safe. You have a good time, you eat good food. And I hope you're able to come back a little more refreshed and everything as well. I don't know why I did this. And then I hit yes. Connection isn't too bad. Oh yeah, you're kind of going through like a barren desert right now. Can I leave? Yeah, thank you. It's been up and down, I guess. But complaining ain't gonna do any good, so I'm just gonna distract myself and do something productive. And by productive, I mean stream. Fun fact, Usagi, check this out. There's a 100% chance to put him to sleep with a sleepy sheep. Which really trivializes this section here. Thanks to the bestiary, we have all kinds of helpful information, and we don't take any damage from this guy. I appreciate your kindness. Yep, but just knowing the rates for different enemies is really helpful. Like Frost Piranhas also being weak to sleep, Kenshi Koopa being weak to sleep is a pretty obvious one, but just having that information in your pocket is pretty helpful. Well, I'm hoping this next video series that we do is going to get a little more traction. I'm doing something a little bit more mainstream. It's something that people are more likely to want to see. Yeah, it's going to be resolved probably tomorrow. I mean, like, I don't know how to explain it, but if it's... I'll know the answer tomorrow, and then I'll be able to resolve it Tuesday. If the answer is good tomorrow. If the answer is not good tomorrow, then I will probably be miserable for a little while. But that's okay. Only so much you can do. So I'll be miserable for a little bit, and then... yeah. It should be tomorrow because I have to spam email my my guy. I appreciate you being here. It's nice we get to chat a little bit more now that you're coming home from your trip. Congrats on being first as well. I gotta go around to talk to this guy. Really giving me a workout here. I'm gonna go left. Stay. Oh, you mother... Yeah. I know you've been busy. Definitely know it wasn't on purpose or anything. Alright. This is the only time we've ever seen dark-skinned toads in, like, the entire Mario franchise, and they were villains. What did they mean by this? What do you mean by that? I'm glad you had a lot of things to do. So we're in chapter 1 now. It shouldn't take super long. I was trying to sort out some mess in the beginning with the source record function, and I couldn't get it to work because it was lagging my game out a little bit. I might get a little bit more RAM, I think. What did Nintendo mean by this? What's up, Dark Lord Vargas? How are you doing? So much that I'm going to have to do Christmas time that I couldn't this time. Are you still planning on moving during Christmas time? Alright, go around you. Eventually I'm gonna have to learn how... cool. Eventually I'm gonna have to learn how the, what's it called, works. Actually, no, I don't have to save the Koopas from the Fuzzies. I don't think. Unless that's just a randomizer thing. Oh, no. Alright. I'm gonna test that if it was just a randomizer thing. We didn't have to save the Koopas last time. We're just gonna skip it and see what happens. I'm gonna go over here. No, dude, am I just able to skip this? That's so crazy. Can I not? Oh, I don't have a fire flower. Shit. Can I buy one here? Yeah, I can. Okay, we're lucky. Give me that. I was nervous for a minute. Welcome back. So, fire flower is really helpful for this, so we don't have to fight the fuzzies. We can just take them all out at once. The HP plus we're gonna have to come back for as well. I'm trying to, like, 100%. We're doing a long play. We're getting long play footage. And this footage is just gonna be important for, commentary type videos. Originally my plan was... Well, the problem is, I'm not gonna be able to upload the long play, completely. Oh, I wasn't looking. I don't know which one he's in. Did any of you guys catch which one he was in? Sorry, my cat was, like, playing with the door and I looked away. Give me a 1 through 4. Okay, I'm going 3. Ugh. This sucks. You just have to fight, guys. I was just hoping that I didn't have to do that. Oh, shit. Yeah, I guess so. I am pretty close to leveling. What was I gonna do? Yeah, I can't upload the long play, because I'm gonna have commentary over it. So... Hold on, it's just gonna be stream footage. Now it's in 3. I tried using the source record function, like I said earlier, but it was lagging out the stream a little bit. So we're just gonna have to live with it. But what I did do was I put the source on top so that I could just crop it and use that as footage. But I'm just gonna put music over it instead. Alright. I did look away again, but I was like, I looked at the last second and saw where it went. Here's your show, good sir. If it were Pooper, his shell would be brown. Alright. Oh, my stomach hurts. Now we're making good progress here. But fire flower is always really good to buy before this. That way you can just... boom. They all have 3 health, so they're gone. Pooper. I'm going straight into badge points. Now these guys can leave me alone. Alright. We need the HP plus badge. Oop. 1, 2. Only BP. That's a decent idea. These games aren't really that hard, so you can get away with not doing a whole lot. I will be leveling up to 27 because that's going to be part of the 100% run. That's not a bad idea. There's no real wrong way to do it, you know. We're going to do all the Koopa Koot favors and things, too. Speaking of which, I am going to do that now. So we can get the silver credit. We gotta get Koopa Legends. There's a level cap, yeah. It's 30 badge points, and the level cap is 27. So it's 50 HP, 50 flower points, and 50 badge points. Or 30 badge points, pardon me. And then I think the cap in 1000 Year Door is level 99, if I do recall. But, like, nobody ever gets level 99 unless they're going for 100%. I do have a Sleepy Sheep. Very glad I grabbed that. 1 coin. My game's still RuneScape? I don't think so. Oh, it's now streaming old school RuneScape, recording Paper Mario footage. I guess it is. Let me go to my. That's a little misleading. I wonder how many people were gonna show up and then didn't. Let me go to my dashboard and fix that. Well, thank you for letting me know. I think I fixed it the first time, and then I didn't fix it the second time. So let's. There, I fixed it. It should be good now. No, because I was, like... I updated it correctly when I was going to start stream, and then I didn't start it because I wanted to test my, whatever the hell that's called, the filter with the source record. And then, after testing that, I had to re-set up stream again, and then I forgot that time. It's always something, dude. You know how it is. Alright. Let me scroll back down to the bottom here. Alright, so we have a silver credit now. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna be that guy, and I'm gonna cheat and get some money. Make our run go a little more smoothly. Oh, fuck, I hit no, and he disappears when you say no. Sorry, Chuck. We're going back to Toad Town. I gotta get some money. Who says no cheats in a long play? Extremely long play, yeah. We're doing the Koopa Koot favors for sure. And then the mail thing. All that stuff, so... We'll see how I feel, too, over the course of all this. But, I will try to get everything. Start from scratch every time you game over. That's a pretty smart idea. Like a Nuzlocke. I have been wanting to do like an Ironmon, Pokemon Nuzlocke or whatever. Okay, so we're gonna do... Oh yeah, we can't go down here yet. That's right. Not unless we log skip. I don't think I can do that. I'm probably not built like that. Let me see. Now what you have to do is you have to do it like... I haven't done it in a long time. I have done a log skip before, but it took me forever. I have to stay up close. Oh, shit. I went out the wrong way. I'm an expert with enemies because I did all that bestiary work. At least that thing automatically falls down now, I guess. There it is. Can we emerge on the correct side? Yes, okay. There we go. Oh yeah, you did show me the shark. So yeah, you can get back here, and look, if I keep standing here, the rug will just keep falling over, and then he'll, like, keep running to pick it up. There was, like, a really specific dot that you had to stand on, but I don't remember where it is. I think you have to go to, like, this dot. And then you have to walk straight down. Can you do Blue House skip? I've done it before, but probably not reliably. Now you have to hold a very specific down right angle here. And then you have to hold upright. Then down. And then you hold up left a little bit. No, I didn't get it. The thing is, you have to touch the loading zone for 1 frame, right? 2 sweaters. And you gotta go like... Yeah, it... No, it didn't work. No, I'm not gonna worry about it, but... 2 marshmallows. So we're not gonna do log skip or anything. I was checking to see so we can get into the Toad Town playroom, but that's not gonna happen. Not for a little while, anyway. We're gonna go to the, what's it called? Koopa Rose Fortress, now that we got Cooper. And we'll earn some money along the way. Got some supplies. I haven't played like a regular version of this game in so long. Okay, we got a Thunderbolt that could be pretty helpful for later. It's a nice instant 5 damage. I think I want to use that on the Mecha Bowser, probably. The good news is that when we go into an area, it won't take us, like, 1,000,000 years to beat it. You know what I mean? Because all of the keys are going to be in that same place. We dodge? Yeah. The bridge cutscene. The bridge incident. Alright, we're going... Fight every enemy. No. How long do you want this to take? Extremely long play. if it paid the bills, dude, I would love to. I'd love to play forever. You know what I should have gotten? I should have gotten a power block. We're gonna, yeah, let him just kind of chill here. Jump. Don't forget, I have all the action command stuff too. Which I can just give him a light one, because any tap that you give him when he's like that, he'll blow up. Hopefully I'll get some income coming in from content creation. That would be nice. Can't guarantee, but boy do I need it. I owe a lot of money, and I might owe more, but I don't want to think about that right now. Thankfully, I think we were supposed to break, you know, the wall here, but this wall was thin enough for Mario to get through as well. I don't know what their thoughts were there. Okay, boom. I mean, who cares if they blow up on me, right? They only do 2 damage each. Enjoy your lunch. We'll just let him blow up, right? Nice. Put your lunch. Power block would be super nice. I should have bought some when I was in Koopa Village, but I also didn't have money when I was in Koopa Village. That would make these a little faster as well. Hindsight, you know. We're not in danger or anything, though. I'm getting Goombario out, though, because he can help knock some of these guys over. Wow. Okay. The only one we really have to be concerned about at all is the one with 4, and that one would just do 1 damage on me. She ate without YouTube. Just that one picture of, like, the girl in the hospital bed. Like, her arms ripped off and shit. She ate without YouTube. I had a little bit of pizza this morning. I've been kind of lazy recently, just with everything that's been going on. I have not felt like doing a whole lot of anything. Sometimes I think, like, it's not that I've, you know, been improving. Overall, it's just, like, you know, with handling hardship. I just think I haven't dealt with hardship in a while, you know what I mean? And now that I'm finally dealing with hardship again, it's, like, difficult. Things have been going a little too well for a little too long. Alright, got him down. Alright, enjoy your meal. Get rid of him. The other problem with recording it this way is that it's not going to be in like full resolution. But I don't think that's really a big deal. Well, we'll be streaming for a little while. All day, maybe. See how I feel. I did start early just because I wanted to stay distracted. See how much energy I have and whether or not I get a pounding headache or what. I'm gonna do as much as I can today though. Get some extra money from this. I think I was like on the phone, right, when I found out about this. I was bored and I was just kind of fidgeting, jumping over this bar. And I'm like, it's going faster. And then I found out it drops money. I'm like, oh my god. I don't think POW Block would have made it like a whole lot faster actually. So it's alright that it didn't, you know, take too long. Pardon me. Okay, that's the jail, so we don't have anything to do there yet. We can't get the refund badge until we get Bombette. I think it's so silly that, like, you have to fall for the trap. It's like, I knew what it was. But I have to allow myself to be tricked. Isn't that... that's not fun. I can't wait to get back to exercise. I think after I figure out what's going on with this stupid situation that I'm in, I'm gonna start exercising again. So I'm gonna have a burst of energy from like feeling relief, or I'm just going to be really upset and need to exercise. One of the two. Alright. I'm gonna be doing lots of lifting, lots of videos. My specialty is exploding. I would not have guessed it. Alright, let's heal it up. We're free. You think she would have thought of that earlier? Now, how would Bowser have avoided this situation? I don't think he could have, because he wouldn't have known that Bombette would have joined Mario, right? Surprised I can't take time off. What do you mean, I can't take time off? I'm gonna be leaving my job here shortly, so I will be taking time off. Oh, time off school? Do you mean, like, the in-between period? The problem with that would be that I would, be converted to a part-time student if I took off more than 6 months in a row. Then I would have to start paying back my student loans, you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. And I'm not ready to pay back those loans yet until I have a solid job in front of me. The only thing that I could do, right, probably, how do I explain this? If I wanted to flee the country and do all that stuff, which I'm not going to do. Trust me, I thought about it. But, like, I would have to clear my dad's name from the cosigner list, because if I were to just leave, right, that would, you know, stick him with all the bills and everything. And, in no good conscience could I ever do that to somebody. I would rather take it all on myself. Especially not for somebody that goes above and beyond, you know what I mean? And that's what makes the situation, like, extra difficult, too. Where it's like, Man, now I have to avoid disappointing somebody other than myself. But, like, I guess it's a good motivator, but it's like a scary motivator, you know what I'm saying? What am I even doing right now? Oh, she's gonna blow up and get the key from the other room. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll make it there. I just love to, you know, catastrophize every little thing that happens to me. I think, oh, you know, this leads to this, and then this leads to this, which means, you know, this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen, and then my life might be over, you know what I mean? All that. I'm definitely further along than I used to be, but, it's... I did a lot of calculation, what was it, yesterday? No, it wasn't yesterday. I think it was either yesterday or the day before, I don't remember. But I was like, what really would happen, you know, if I had to wait more time? And I did figure it out, and I would just have to take one extra class so that I would still be considered full-time. And then I'd have to get another job until December. Or no, I'd have to get another job until August. But I would really want to avoid doing that. I don't even want to think about getting a new job and working right now. I'm just so, like, tired after that job that I had. Dude, that, like, drained me so bad. But the good news is, like, I can't imagine it getting too much worse. You know, that's usually what top 10 things people say before disaster. But, like, if only, like, anybody knew the extent of, like, what I had to deal with half the time. I'll feel a little relief, like, almost anywhere I go. I think the scariest part, too... Well, one of the scariest parts is having to tell everybody that I didn't make it. And, especially, like, my dad. Because he's, like... He's more plan-oriented than I am, if you could imagine that. If things don't go exactly as they were written out, you know, there's a lot of anxiety there. I can't move, though. Like, I can't move until I have enough money to do that. That's the problem. I could get some, like, you know, $16 an hour job down in Texas, but I would not be able to support myself on just that. I'd have to live with somebody and, you know, contribute to a household with somebody, and even then we'd be like living off freaking table scraps. It would just be miserable, I feel like. Anyway, I gotta get the charge badge. But yeah, I could start a Paper Fans. I need to get my lifestyle, you know, kind of cemented before I do anything crazy. Alright, we're good now. God bless America, you are damn right. That's the thing, too. It's like, I will complain about how things are in my situation, but I will bleed red, white, and blue for my country. I love America so much. And if that makes me, you know, like, brainwashed or whatever, I do not care. I love my country. It doesn't matter who's the president. It doesn't matter, you know, like, who my neighbors are. It doesn't matter what my financial situation is. It doesn't matter what the policies are. I love my country. Because we have specific freedoms that I feel like nowhere else in the world has. You know, and I guess you could say at what cost or whatever. You know, you could always be that person. But I love being able to criticize, you know, my government. And when I say I love my country, it doesn't mean I love my government. Does that make sense? I love my country because of the specific freedoms that we have. I love our culture. There's so many things I love about being an American citizen. And that doesn't mean that I dislike other countries either. I think that's an important distinction to make. Alright. The only way I could permanently live in another country is if I was, like, loaded. And, like, I knew that I could still come back to the States whenever I wanted. You know what I mean? Name, like, another country that has so much variation like we do. You know what I mean? I like that Japan has, like, all the different, you know, climates and things like that. I'd say Japan has a pretty, you know, like... How do I say it? Like a homogenous culture. It's all very the same. Things are very neat and tidy and organized there. There's some variety. I mean, I've never been there, so I can't speak for the whole country, but I like that you can go to one part of the country in the United States and have an insanely different experience than in any other part of the country. Like, tell me that, you know, rural Pennsylvania is the same as urban Texas or urban California or even like rural Maine. You know, like everywhere has so unique different culture and traditions and things like that. I love the freedom. I'll always be America first, for sure. I'll embrace the hillbilly in me there. We have some of the best food. We have some of the nicest people. There's like, if you go to like a rural place, your car breaks down, these people will, you know, hop out of their car, they'll fix your tire, they'll make sure everything runs good. You know, they'll make sure you have a meal and good, like, enough money to get by and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like, there is a camaraderie to it. I like the way we take care of each other. Obviously, I think Japan has really good food and stuff, too. But, I think America's just got so much variety of food, and like it's all so tasty, and like, yeah, it's riddled with like MSG and calories and stuff. It's like, what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? If you're exercising, you're taking care of yourself, you know, you can indulge a little bit. I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay, so we are going to... We can't really do anything here. We're gonna have to take a hit. Because I don't have enough FP for a bomb. I'm so bad at that one. I remember how many times that took me before. Okay, so we're gonna... These guys are gonna be on the ground. Oh wait, we have a POW block. So we could easily get rid of these guys. Here's a fun gamer fact. Okay, check this out. Anybody that's here, watch. If you body slam with Bombette, you know how they kind of teeter? These guys are immune to status effects normally. But if you hit them with a status-inducing attack, watch this. I'll hit them with a Fright Jar, and what happens? They'll fall over. Even though they're completely immune to fright, they'll still fall over at a Fright Jar. So that's a fun, interesting fact. So we're going to Fire Flower these guys. And then we can, when they stand back up next turn, we're going to use POW block and they'll be gone because they only have 4 or 5 HP each, I forget. One of the two. But either way, they're going to be gone. I think it's 4. I was in Germany a couple times. I really enjoy the food there. I enjoyed the weather. I know things like, yeah, the way that their government's set up, they have to pay a lot of taxes. And whether you think that's a good thing or not, I guess, you know, it's up to interpretation. I like when the government doesn't have their hands in my pockets as much as possible. But I'm not. I don't want to be a politics streamer or anything. I'm not gonna background swap. Because the ideal sentiment is, right. I shouldn't be saying this. I just said that I wasn't one. But like, you know, if you pay your taxes, you have to trust that those taxes are going to go to the right places. But how do you trust the government to know exactly where to put your money? They don't always have the best intentions. Look at our government. You know, we have as capitalist as a government as you can find in planet Earth, where they try to let you have the fruits of your labor and all that. But they don't always have the best intentions with your money. They'll throw it into anything. A particular country that I might get hunted down for saying out loud. But, I prefer the government not have their hands in my pockets, you know what I mean? So I don't trust them. And you shouldn't either. No matter who's the president. Whether it's a Republican or a Democrat president. They're not gonna have your best interest at heart. That's not what they're there for. They're not even there to make sure the country's running as good as it could be. They want to fill their own pockets. They want to divide the people. You know what I mean? But, yeah. It's all a big popularity contest. Take care of each other. Take care of your fellow human being. That's your paper message of the day. The guy pointing to himself. Oh my god. No, just the, I don't know. Politics just really rubs me the wrong way. People have so much stuff to say without even knowing anything about the other person. They'll just be like, well, yeah, you're red or blue, and, you know, that makes you an asshole. And it's like, brilliant use of critical thought, my friend. I'm just sick of all of it, dude. Take care of Joe. Yeah, Mr. Mama's having it rough. What's up, Arnold? Yeah. I don't know why it's just become such a unpopular sentiment to just take care of each other. Probably because, you know, there's been increased messaging nowadays that, like, if, you know, you belong to this group, then you believe these things, therefore, you are an enemy of the people and you do not deserve, you know, freedoms or rights or opinions on specific topics. But I think the fact that you're a human being and that you are breathing gives you a right to talk about things. I usually choose not to engage in talking about certain things because you really can't get anywhere with people that don't want to listen to you. And God, you know, is the waste of energy. Germans certainly love their bread, cold cuts, and bratwurst. Sometimes have that 3 squares a day every day. What I loved when I found out that Germans have like their heavier dinners in the early afternoon, and then they have their lighter dinners in the late afternoon. Like how we have it the opposite. Their lunch is pretty much our dinner. But interesting to think about. Okay, he's got his defense up here. We already used our lightning bolt. We don't have any other attacking moves other than that. I don't care if you're a crazy lib or you're a gun-toting MAGA man. It has literally no, you know, it makes no difference to me. As long as you're nice to me, and, you know, you're nice to your fellow human being. That's literally all that I care about. And I think it's that the way that we express that care differently, and the refusal to understand each other, that we just keep getting into situations like this. Look at any comment section on, like, any post about anything. It doesn't even have to be politics related. It could be somebody doing something stupid, be like, ha, that's like Trump, or that's like Biden. Like, shut up, dude. That has nothing to do with what's going on the screen. Whatever campaign that, like, these big people ran to turn people against each other, they did an amazing job with it. Not, like, that I'm happy about it, but, like, they really succeeded. I just don't have the energy to freaking hate people, dude. This guy just die already, dude. You know, I need to start equipping some badges. I believe I have 6 badge points available right now. Which is now going to be 9. I'm going to put an FP plus on. And I'm going to put on power jump, power bounce, dizzy attack, and then speedy spin. It really is so easy to be nice, dude. And it's quite easy to get lost in the mindset, too, of, like, you see something you don't agree with, it's like, oh, yeah, typical freaking Republican or typical Democrat. It's like, you know, you gotta catch yourself in those moments and stop treating people as, like... I would even equate it to, like, the same, you know, magnitude as, like, racism, in a sense. Where, like, you're just labeling people off an extremely broad spectrum. The only difference is that, like, yeah, you have a little bit more control over, you know, what you believe in rather than your skin color. But, like, if you're just broadly judging people based off of mild assumptions about them, that says a lot about you, too. You know what I mean? I think we've lost our ability as people to just treat each other, you know, as individuals. And we've even shamed, you know, people for treating each other as individuals, too. It's like, if you're not on one side, then you're the villain of the story. It's like, grow up a little bit. Okay, anyway. I need some moolah. So I'm going to commit unspeakable crimes. I'm gonna go over here. Actually, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna do the glitch, because I think it's funny. You just line yourself up with this little chute here, and it usually works. Okay. So we're gonna show him our silver credit. I have just committed a crime. Alright, we're live on recording. we're going to, what is it, F2 for save? Or, no, I don't even think. We're going to play the 9 game. Everybody that remembers how this works, we're going to do it right before we start, and we're going to get all of the things, and then we're going to do the order. So we're going to save state. 5. The bottom left corner is going to be the last one. And then bottom right corner is going to be the last one. So top right is the fail. Okay, we've got the top 2 on the top right are the failure ones. So what we need to do is we need to get all of these. Right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're dodging these 2. Okay, and then we're gonna get this one here, and then we're gonna get this one. Wow, yeah, 9 blocks option cleared. Your coins will be doubled. And so 950 coins. And you know what? It's more cruelty free because we're not harming Wacka. So I will take that. We'll just pretend like we got it. How's that? We did it legit. Alright, we have to go to the bad shop. Mega long play. No save states and starting over. If we go to gamble, and every time you gamble, if you lose, you have to start the whole game over and get back to gambling. Alright, alright. We need the speedy spin. Life is about to change right now for the better. So we're about to get into chapter 2. Does long play involve hurting Wacka, though? We're gonna save it for, like, later when we need to. Like, if we need to. I don't want to hurt him! Okay. At least we're already at Mount Rugged. This hasn't taken too long. Only been an hour and 22 minutes. No, I'll wait and hurt Wacka like at the end of the game if we really feel like we have to. Gotta do what you gotta do, huh? It's killing me. You ever notice that bell's not hanging on anything? The little tiny bell up in the... I tried pointing at it, but then I remembered I'm a VTuber. I have a point function, though. I could have just done that. Don't forget to use your Paper King commands, by the way. Alright, how many space do we have? We have 5. We can get an egg here. I found out you can soft lock yourself, or trap yourself, if you Bombette NPC push. So if you blow up Bombette and then you spin into this toad at the right angle. I did push her. But if you keep doing it for like, what, 20 minutes or so, and then you get her up to this little area, you can spin between her, hammer, and push yourself out of bounds. You can go behind the gray block here and trap yourself if you don't have the correct hammer yet. Speaking of gray block, I should go get the repel gel. I think next time I'm in Toad Town, I'll get it. Which won't be too long. I'll do the unique, crazy way to get the repel gel that I showed off in the YouTube short. We got 1. Time to get comfy? Oh yeah, enjoy. I'm starting to chill out a little, which helps. Get our star piece. Oh, we didn't dodge him, but we've made him dizzy. Another fun thing, if you didn't know, if there is an enemy that is affected by dizzy, sleep, or shock, their run calculation is removed from the equation. Or it's not removed, but it's converted to 0. So let's say if this Cleft had a run of 24, and this Monty had a run of, like, 16, then you would take that 24 from Cleft and make it a 0, and then you would average those two out. So 0 plus 16 divided by 2 is 8. But I'm glad I'm your favorite streamer. And see how we've just gotten so much of an easier getaway. All stunned enemies will be converted to 0, which makes it much easier to run away. So if you're ever having trouble running away from enemies, you can try stunning them with, like, Power Shock, with Watt, or, like, Mega Shock. Get the mushroom here. He got juked. Okay, we're gonna get the chest here. Damage dodge, maybe helpful. I don't know, probably not. I don't really use it. Dodge. Oh, at least we got an easier runaway. I'm not even bothering with these guys till I get Quake. It's just a waste of time. Honey syrup. Now we can get our letter. And then we only got one more letter down at the bottom of the thing there. Sometimes, like if you do glitches, you can skip getting the letters, but you would also skip getting Paracurry, which we don't want to do. We kind of need him. No badges, long play. Ouch! There's my classic blunder there, where I just mindlessly spin dash jump and then land on stuff. Well, hopefully I won't die this run. That would be nice. I mean, I shouldn't die on this. Unless I'm, like, acting stupid or something. At least I didn't want to land on his head. That would have been something. That would have been a classic Paper King move. No, I shouldn't die on this. Yeah, we're getting our long play footage here, and this will be really helpful for my commentary stuff. I can just throw this on in the background and then not even think about it. Oh, another fun fact. I know you know this one, Usagi, but if you have Dizzy Attack on and you get projectiles thrown at you, you can reflect them. They can't really bounce back and hit the enemy, unfortunately. I think that would be cool. But I thought this was a fun little thing that I never really knew about until recently. Any non-Usagi viewers didn't know that. Alright. Here's my man. 3 letters for you, my friend. I think I'm gonna do a short on that, actually. I don't know how many people actually know about the reflection, because I didn't even know about it, and I'm like the guy that would know about it, if any. I also found out about you can hit the slot machine in Chapter 4. Somebody told me about that on stream, and I was like, mind blown, actually. Yeah. Cool. Quake is gonna be a big deal. I'll go up here, put it on. Wait, we're out of the way of damage. Quake is 1. We can take off. Power jump.
So I got this container.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, collecting all the badges would probably be something that I'm interested in doing. I got the funny sound effect. We got Quake on. Gonna try dodging. We're gonna get the, We're gonna get the... Because I wanted to kind of like 100% the game. I'm gonna do all the recipes. Getting the seed. Alright, I'm back again. Upload PNGs of partners to put on your head in VTube Studio. Oh, you mean just like make them appear over your head as like your stream buddy? The stream buddy thing is going to be discontinued shortly. Speaking of which, I should check my VGen to see if my commissions made any progress. What's our stats looking like here? We can't Quake our friend Buzzar, but... we could get... what's his name out? Goombario. Attach them to your cap, like when I put the egg on my head. Oh yeah. I'll probably be doing away with the stream buddies pretty shortly, so... Did you redeem one? No, you didn't. I'm gonna do the Buzzar fight. I probably shouldn't, but... we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we can't run from this either, so... Oh, dude's getting the ass beat. What the fuck? Was it the power bounce on that? I don't even know the cap for Buzzar. That's something I should have looked up, was like the power bounce cap. God damn. It's always Vivian with you. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on. I'll get Vivian after. Power bounce is saving my butt. Oh no, here we go, ready? You can actually action command that, by the way, when you fall. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our Vivian out here. Alright. Meow, 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 meow. Alright. There she is. I will retire Tippy from her position. Okay, we're back. so that was really bad. I think I'm gonna Tattle on this turn. I technically don't have to, but I want to know how much HP. I'm gonna get the Peekaboo badge too. A lot of people like say, oh, it's useless, and technically it is, but if it saves me from having to count, then I don't consider it useless, personally. Wow, I got really unlucky. Oof. A lot of damage. 16. Nice 6 damage there. Give me another 2. Okay. So we will mushroom here, I believe. Give us a little bit of leeway. That wasn't that hard. Pretty much no matter what now, I'm in good shape. Finally. Wow, that was the worst I've ever seen in my life. Alright. Yeah, I had to leave him at 1 too. That should have been 0. Alright. I saw it was full. Alright, he's gone. Sorry, Buzzar. Buzzar got whooped. Good news is we won't need the repel gel for a little while, so I don't have to go back for it or anything. We're gonna get our, how many slots do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can get 3. The sound effects. Oh man, boo boo boo. It's awful. Gotta do it. Did you believe it only takes 416 years to crash the game? That's not that long. Almost there. I can smell it. 3, 2, 1. Just kidding. I don't know. I didn't count. Come on. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, only 416. Aren't you like a vampire or something? That should be nothing to you. Man, do I have to go up and down this shit? I don't know, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, do I want to do this? The average trip to the DMV, that is so real. Fun fact about Tweesters, they always send you up and to the right one. I always thought it was a random location. So, here's one that we need. Time stop might be useful. I know we're full, so we gotta throw something away. Don't need the Goom Nut, sorry. We can get more anytime. Do we upgrade Bombette? I think it's gonna be Bombette for the upgrade. The lime. We'll get access to more upgrades later too. The real important ones are gonna be Bombette and Watt. Sushi could be good too. Like having a tidal wave isn't that bad. I think the rest of these just have coins in them, but I'm inclined to check to be safe. Yeah. Now my conscience is clear. Oh yeah, I gotta make room at the shop too for this. Look how fast he is. Alright, so we're gonna check the Ultra Shroom. We don't need it yet. And then check the mushroom. Okay, now we can go see Mr. Mustafa. They made dried shrooms so good in Thousand Year Door because you can get your partners to 1 HP, which automatically makes Mega Rush P like insanely good. I'd say we're keeping pretty good pace right now. We're not speedrunning, but we're gonna unlock the special course too from what's her name? Merly. This will come in handy later. So cool. Alright. Alright, Chuck. I'm getting revenge for you leaving me last time. Goombaria. Imagine if Goombella was one of the names on this. That'd have been crazy foreshadowing. Alright. So we have money, so we don't need to do any dried fruit stuff. Well, if we don't have bump attack anyway, so it's not like that would actually be efficient. But that's a really good, like, early game moneymaker. By early game, I mean, like, Chapter 5. Did you know that you can get into Dry Ruins a little earlier than usual if you do it right? There's the radio challenge guy with the pink toad. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, there's the radio challenge guy with the pink toad. And what you can do is, if you push him to, like, the center, or you push him to the edge, and then you go in between them and go out of bounds, and then you can do what's called a Cooper super jump, and it'll launch you up, and you can fall down into the loading zone. Because the loading zone's actually active, it's just floating above you. Even if you get the ultra boots early, you can also do a spin jump, and it'll put you just enough height to hit the loading zone. But yeah, Paper Luigi, everybody's been wanting that one. I'm surprised we haven't seen like a full hack out for it yet. I think we, like, I've heard that there was something in the works, but nothing is fully fledged out, you know, as I expected there would have been by now. Because, like, they have the whole story, you know, Luigi wrote, like, every chapter in his book. It's not like they had to flesh that out. I wish this room would stay dark. But the second you walk in and walk back out, it's not dark anymore, which is kind of a shame. Alright. Spike shield. Oh, we didn't get it. But we did spin dash at one of them, which means it'll be easier to get away. Ugh. Oh yeah, I need the key. Get that. I wish I could just like, just jump. It looks really close. Yeah, we dodged that. Yeah, we're not doing any like special Nuzlocke crazy, you know. I have 1 HP, no badges, no bitches run. Just playing the game normally. Kind of crazy. I feel like I haven't played a normal run of this game in so long. Alright, let's go around him. Thankfully, he goes really slow. The good thing about upgrading partner, too, is that even, like, the regular move just does more damage. So it's not like it's only just adding a new move on. As good as Power Bomb is, it costs a lot. It'll prove useful. Good point. Right now I don't have enough FP for it to be useful. Costs like 6. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's the entrance. Okay. We don't have the hammer for that yet, so we gotta come back. Now, if somebody does finish the Paper Luigi, I would probably play that. Alright, we gotta get rid of these guys now. You ever notice that Mario's head just grows during this for some reason? I don't know why they did that. Come on, get away from me. Of course it ignored. Alright. This is such a pain. Oh my god. Even upgrading Cooper would have been nice here. The 6 damage on an explosion is really nice. You know what I should do? I should just dizzy attack. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Actually. And then it doesn't matter what my first strike is, because I get a free one. The only thing that it does is save my FP on the bomb. But at least I don't have to take any hits here. I wish I had quick change. How much HP do the swoops have again? I think they have like 5. No, they have 4. Come get me. Finally. Something goes the way it should. Thankfully, I don't have any FP left, but I could throw the Dusty Hammer at him. Alright, so... we'll get Cooper out. Cooper will put in the work. Alright, Cooper, show him what you're made of. Let me just hammer him. I'm not getting poisoned. It's crazy that Swooper doesn't appear in like any overworld fights. He's just in the background of other people's fights. Kind of like how Medi guys are like that too. I want the heal here. I'll need that key first. There's no heal down here, is there? I'll say watch me waste my time, but no, I think we're good. Let's go back up and grab the heal, come back down. Then we got the, what's these guys called? The stone chomps to worry about. Thankfully he's not too far to get back. We gotta get past the, poison pokies here. Okay. Yeah, like it's not dark anymore. Looks so lame. Alright. Thankfully, we don't really need Spike Shield for a lot of stuff, so... It'd be nice to have, just for me traversing the world, because I'm reckless and I jump on spiked enemies all the time. Okay. Get Paracarry out. Get our hammer. Yeah, we're gonna do lots of flipping here. Activate the red one. We're gonna do the red one after this, I guess. Blah, 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 blah. Yup. Now we just don't hit the green one, and we just go up. We'll get the slow go badge, which is completely useless. We're not using slow go to sneak past the clubbers. We're just not doing it. That's what quitters do. Imagine peeing on the side of the toilet bowl. Alright. We got the extra powerful hammer now, which means I think our Quake does a little bit more. I forget. Forget how that works. Ugh, man. I'm going up to the top first. We're getting our artifact here. Because I'm gonna have to come back up here anyway. I might as well save myself the time. Alright. Get our first stone chomp out of here. Good news for us is we can drop the bomb on him. Save ourselves some FP here. Boom. And these guys conveniently have 5 HP. Another lesser known fact about the stone chomps is that they actually drop honey syrups at a rate of 5%. And most people don't know about this because there's only 3 stone chomps in the game. That is right, you heard me right. There's only 3 of them. And with a 5% chance to drop, a lot of people will never see one. Another randomizer. That's a good question. I don't know. Right now, I got a couple things that I gotta feel out in my real-world situation right now. But, after the long play, I'll think about what I want to stream. Oh, do we have the key for that? Yeah, we gotta go down. I would be opposed to it. What's up, 20 plays? Definitely long play first. Because I gotta get the, what's this called? The footage for my commentary vids. But I think a randomizer would be fun. I need to optimize my randomizer strats, because, like, I feel myself getting lost every once in a while, or I'm, like, not pathing things correctly, and then it takes me so long to finish. And I think when people come to stream, they want to see me beat the game in the stream, you know what I mean? Rather than either quit or just wait until the next stream, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's okay if I'm not like a speedrunner, though. I'm gonna leave that there. How you doing, 20 plays? Maybe I can get rid of these guys and level up and get my FP back. That might be more beneficial for me in the long run. I don't care if this guy's ceiling drops on me. It might do a little more damage, but... yeah, it's whatever. Because I'm just gonna level up. Having upgraded Bombette here is pretty nice. Oh! The clutch. That actually just leveled me up. Thank you, Merly. I was gonna have to do another battle, but now I don't. Oh, you mother. Get the hell out of here. Level ups to treat me nice. Alright, we're gonna break this. I don't understand how this works. If this thing's already pushed down, the staircase should be there, right? Or am I wrong? Alright. Wait for it. Where is he? Okay, we're good. We skipped it. That was the one that we beat earlier. Well, we have 2 of them, but the last one's gonna be behind the door with the key. We go... wait, no, it's down here. What is it? This one, and then it's Moon, I think, is the last one. Drain... well, doesn't this one give you the combination? Yeah, it does, so I was right. Don't tell me I'm missing a star piece that I just buried in sand. That would be kind of embarrassing. No, I think they did that in the other room, but you could still get it. This one, like, dropped on your head, I remember. I remember being like, where did that thing come from? But now that I know where it came from, it doesn't look so confusing anymore. And now since it's the last enemy we have to fight, I can waste all my FP because there's going to be a HP block at the bottom. Look at all the money that I don't really need. Yeah, Stone Chomps have a 5 coin bonus from their drops, which is really nice. Alright, I'm going the wrong way. I gotta put the moon thing in here. Ding. I love when he runs and he looks like he's picking up and putting down boxes. Okay. Put all this back. This is your final warning. I guess getting Goombario leveled up would have been nice too, because he has the bonk. That would have increased my damage by him by 2. It's not super important, I guess. This dude's only got 30 health. So he's gonna get the chomp. Not really a big deal. What's the chomp stats? I want to look that up. If I could, like, stun the chomp, that might actually be really helpful. Let's go to chapter 2 and find out. %75% chance to time stop. I think it's worth a try. Yeah, yeah. And 3 turns. So we're sitting pretty for a little while. That's better than, like, you know, having to worry about him. Because he could just come back. Oh, man. That stinks. Alright, let's... Oh, wow. That was the worst power bounce in the history of power bounces. I am going to heal up this turn. But that kind of keeps Chomp at bay here. Just for a little while, anyway. This time he's going to hit himself. Yep. And now we can Quake. Power Bomb would have been crazy here. So he's gone. 12 HP. Yeah, we're doing just fine. He's out of shells, too. Okay. I could give myself some FP, but I don't know if I need to. He's down at 8 HP. That just takes 2 turns. It's gonna take 2 turns either way. Okay, maybe I might need to do it now. Let's use a regular honey one, I guess. Yeah, see how Chomp comes back? That's the the situation here. I can refresh too. I should have done that. Now we're at full. Goombari is back. He might hit himself on this one. I have a feeling. Nope. Okay. Cool. Let's see what we got. Nice. Solid. Oh shit. It's lock-in time. Okay, we're alright. This is kind of scary. I'm gonna quake. I like have a sick feeling that I'm just gonna miss the jump, you know what I mean? That would be such a Paper King thing to do. Alright. I feel like I'm way better at action commands on Thousand Year Door, funny enough. As much as I love this game way more. They just feel a lot more responsive in that game. Oh, brother, we are 2 hours, got 2 chapters. Gonna have a Peach cutscene here. See what we get done here. I realize we're still missing a lot of important things as well. Don't forget, those of you, my friends on Twitch, you can always change the color of my stream. I have rigged it so that it doesn't matter what overlay you're on. All of the extra things like my screen and my stream buddy will always be there. Put a lot of work into making this happen. I can also do this crazy zoom in. Kind of cool, right? Which I probably shouldn't have done that. Gonna mess with the gameplay footage. Not like I ever need to show this. I want to get a bigger stream deck at some point. It's only got 15 buttons on it. What's up, Aegis? I recognize that name. You're from Val's stream, right? Thank you for coming. Yeah, we're just doing a regular gameplay right now. Nothing crazy. We have to... What are we doing in this one? I completely forget. Oh, we have to go to the library. That's what I need to do. Is it here? Yeah. Can I sneak? Oh, dude, imagine. I wanted to see if it was possible, but now we know it's not. No, I'm just getting footage for like long play stuff so that I can have for commentary videos and things like that. At least he weren't set back more than like 10 seconds. It's not really that big of a deal. Thought it was worth testing. I so wanted to do it again. I'm like, oh, every fiber of my being, I had to hold back. Okay. Caught off screen. Yeah, it's lame, isn't it? There we go. I kind of want to get myself that Power Rush badge. Oh my god. You know, I kind of... okay. I was going to say I should get caught and then maybe it'd be faster to get back, but I don't think it is. Come on, please. No way you can see me through that. I was behind the bookshelf. These dudes got aimbot. He clipped me. That's kind of crazy that he can see through that even. Yeah. That's fine, because we needed to leave that room to get to the chest. We have a couple stops to make once we get back to Mario's perspective. But, it's here, is this room. So this chest is connected to a chest in, Shooting Star Summit. And so we're gonna put in the Power Rush, and we're gonna put in this Deep Focus badge too. We don't really need Deep Focus, but we're going for everything, so if we don't do it now, we may not get the chance to later if we forget. So now we can go back to the library. Gotta avoid the flashlights. We don't want to get clipped again. Alright, we're back. Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient, brothers. Stay strong, brothers. Ain't no way you're clipping me through this. Okay, we're going. I don't trust these guys. Ah! Okay, we're good. That's all the further we needed to go. We're good. We're safe. Alright. There's a life shroom up there too, but Mario's gonna have to get that later. I don't even think we need it later, but... Did you hear that? Look at these guys gossiping about Bowser's secret plans. We also, if we didn't hear about this, then how would we have known what to do? You know what I mean? Just saying. Alright, Mamor gives us Lullaby, which is going to be a decent upgrade for any enemy that's like weak to sleep. We don't even have to have Sleepy Sheeps on us anymore, so... Alright. Now we can leave this place. We're gonna fight the blooper. Holy shit. Alright, alright. Look how many of them there are. Yeah, we're gonna fight the blooper. I think we should upgrade Goombario, just so his bonk will do more damage. There's an upgrade in the ruins, I should probably get that. I have to go all the way back to the ruins, I hate it. It's fine. Eventually I have to get all the upgrades. What I usually do is I avoid getting the upgrades until I have, like, the important ones available. So, like, I don't have Watt yet, so I wanted to leave one available for Watt whenever I do get him. Him or her. But, now we'll have plenty that we can use. I can think of 3 in the sewers that I can use. We're gonna upgrade Goombario. So now his bonks will do 2 each, and that will be a significant damage upgrade for the blooper. The fact that we don't have Homeward Shroom is kind of crazy. I'm so used to just having an instant teleport back to Toad Town. I was spoiled. We gotta mod this game with all the randomizer quality of life things. But without the randomizer. Up here, big guy. Up here, yep. Now that he's down there, stuck. Perfect. You gotta juke these guys. It's really part of the game. It's part of Ball's life. You gotta break their ankles a little bit. It is... Oh, get away from me! I know that there's a lot of extras in the desert too. Well, like Runaway Pay is one of the ones that I don't have, but I don't want to go looking for it right now. Bright Jar might be good later. I don't know. The fast spinning Mario ability, dude. Spin Dash is so nice. And I am very depressed that they took it out of all the Paper Mario games after this. You don't really have much control over it. You only spin in one direction. But you can jump to cancel it. So if you spin and then jump at the very end, that's like the fastest way to move around. There's even a badge called Speedy Spin that makes you spin faster. And that's what I put on. I have 3 badge points that I can actually use right now. Which, I will wait until I get to Toad Town. But the Spin Dash is so nice. It's one of the reasons why I prefer this game over the GameCube version. We already got rid of Buzzar, so we don't have to worry about running into her as we go back and forth. Gonna go here. Once we get back to Toad Town, we can get the, Blooper. Once we beat Blooper, we can get the Repel Gel. We'll get that Repel Gel from, how many times have I played this game? I really couldn't even tell you. It's been that many. Because, I first got it probably when I was 4 or 5 years old. I was really young when I first got it. And I played it every morning before kindergarten. I remember, because I had this, called afternoon classes. And they would start school at 12 p.m. instead of, like, 7 in the morning. And, I would finish school at 3, like everybody else. So I would only be at school for, like, 3 hours. So in the mornings, I would wake up and I would play Paper Mario, Pokemon Gold, those games. And then, when Pokemon Ruby came out, oh my god, I was addicted to that one. But yeah, I played it mostly since then. When we got a GameCube, my dad thought that we never played the 64 anymore, and he got rid of our N64. I went to like the cabinet in the living room where we kept the N64 and found out that it was gone, including my Paper Mario, and I was devastated, dude. I was actually like super upset. And I didn't get to play the game again until I was like 12, which sounds like it didn't not that long, but I went like 6 years without playing the game, and it was my favorite video game. It still is my favorite video game. But when I came back to it, I actually spent my own money and got a 64, and because I saved my birthday money, and I got a 64 and I got a Paper Mario. Oh, can I don't know if I can do it, but I did. I saved up all my money and I got it, and I turned it on. It was like magical. I remember shedding a tear. I was so happy to have the game again. But I played, like, ever since then, I've always had the game. I think it's this, the one that I have now is the same ones that I've had since I was 12. So we gotta fight Blooper. Regular Blooper. I kind of want to look at the stats on this guy for the items that I should bring. Do my best here, he's coming in clutch already. Let's see, Toad Town Tunnels. We're gonna go to Blooper, the regular one. He's 80% weak to Dizzy. That could be good. There's a Shrink Stomp badge behind the other Blooper as well, but I don't really need that as much. But an 80% chance to dizzy... One of these shops has a dizzy dial in it, I'm pretty sure. I think it's actually this southern shop. Harry's. Harry. Yeah, I was right. Get a couple of them. How many spaces do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can get one more. My favorite partner is probably Lady Bo. We don't have her yet, but we will soon. I'm about to start chapter 3, and that's where you get her. But I have to do a couple things before we start chapter 3. Okay, so we're gonna fight this blooper first. And when you beat this blooper, it unlocks the underground pipe system, which is gonna be a nice help for us. One thing that I did not do was use my dizzy dial that I just bought. Dude, he got destroyed right there. Yeah, that extra damage that you get from upgrading Mario is pretty worth it. But I don't think this guy's gonna stand a chance, honestly. We're gonna dizzy him. It didn't work. With an 80% chance, it didn't work. That tells you about my luck. Right, he's got 30 health. That's why I brought multiple. Yeah, he's got 30 health. We're gonna hit him with another dizzy dial and see what happens. There we go. And that puts him asleep for 4 turns. And 4 turns, we're literally going to be sitting super comfortably right now. Oh man, I stopped looking at the screen for some reason. Alright, well, he's done for pretty much, so... Why right now? When he's dizzy, I'm not receiving any damage. So you didn't do anything for me. He's done. You'll see Lady Bo in a minute. But she's one of my favorites. She got a little fan. And she like smacks people. And she's a boo, which I love boos. Okay. So these blue pipes, they make traversing the world a lot more fun. I will show off a fun little trick while we're getting this. We did make some room because I just used my dizzy dial. This is from the first area of the game. If you come back here, there's a gray block that you can break. And if you break it, you can jump where you kind of like where the block is. And you can get a repel gel. Or, what you can see what I just did, if you line yourself up, you can jump on top of this. And hit with Cooper. And see, look at that, you got a repel gel. Normally, what you have to do is break it and then stand underneath it and jump. But that's a little trick that was unintended. I remember when I found out about that, it was really fun to show that off. See, yeah, you can get it like way earlier than you're supposed to. Like an entire chapter earlier. So here we go, Chuck Quizmo. We're gonna, it doesn't really, no, I mean, technically you can get it a chapter earlier if you were struggling with the boss or something. Just color the block, you can break it. The first hammer you got is yellow. Technically it serves a purpose, but I think it's so like minute of a purpose that it's not really that worth it. Like, this game's really easy. That's why I've been telling Val to play it too, and I think she will eventually at some point. But like, it's so easy that it's kind of hard to mess up, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Like, I already know what I'm doing. So we already got the silver credit from that guy, so we don't need anything here. I'm just kind of unlocking the areas just in case. And then Dry Outpost is over here. So this will help us traverse a little bit nicer. We're gonna go to Shooting Star Summit. How many star points do I have? 10. Yeah, knowing Tech Justice style is very fun. Like, What's up, Vivian? I'm gonna show you another fun trick to style. There's one called loading zone storage where you can delay how quickly you enter a loading zone. The game checks every, like, if you're on the ground for more than 1 frame whenever you enter a loading zone to tell you to go into the next room. But if you're only on the ground for 1 frame, it'll delay you coming in. So you see how I'm, like, jumping instead of going in? I'm doing frame-perfect jumps there. You can actually use frame-perfect jumps to skew the angle you go into a room, and you can go beyond, like, out of bounds or invisible walls and things like that. So it has some practical application and things like that, but it can be just for styling purposes, too. You can even, like, frame 1 hammer when you go through it. Do you see how I just did the hammer right there? It's a frame 1 hammer, and you hold your hammer up for just a split second before you walk out the door. So people like to do that to style, too. And then here's another one. If you get this toad to stop on either end, maybe he'll stop right here. You get the spin and then hammer. You can walk out of bounds like that. When you fall out of bounds, it'll instantly shoot up Mario to the nearest like floor that he can stand on. But if there are no floors that he can stand on, it will go to the last floor that he was able to stand on when he fell through. So yeah, I'm in a place where I'm not supposed to be right now. As soon as you get back into bounds, it kind of pushes you back in. So now I can't go back out unless I did the trick again. But you have to, like, line it up perfectly. Because whenever you hammer, it makes your hitbox a little bigger and kind of pushes you out of bounds. But you have to do it just right. It's fun. You can even, with the loading zone trick that I showed you, you can even overwrite loading zones with other loading zones. So, like, if I go up here, I probably won't be able to get it first try. But you can, say, jump into this one. And then, if you manage to jump down here and in here, it'll take the bottom one, and it'll completely overwrite the top one. Or if you do any, like, actions in between, it'll wait until that action is completed to send you through the loading zone. So I could even get into a battle while I'm doing that trick, and then when the battle is over, it'll immediately walk you through the door. We're gonna get our Power Rush badge. And our Deep Focus badge. I definitely recommend this game to, like, everybody. It's such a fun game. We're gonna get Power Rush on. Might as well put Spike Shield on if we don't have anything else. Well, unless... How much is Peekaboo? Do we have enough for that? Peekaboo might just, like, make my life a million times easier. Yeah, Zap Tap is so good, though, too. What's more useful right now? Oh, yeah. Dude, there's so many cool little Paper Mario videos. I think I'm gonna get the Zap Tap. I love Peekaboo Badge, but Zap Tap's so good. You need 4 badge points to wear it, which is kind of sad, but... I should have gotten Peekaboo. Because if I'm going to be doing danger strats, I don't want to take damage to begin with. That's alright. No, I totally recommend you play it. Even, like, ROM hacks and things like that, they have so much variety, and they're really fun and interesting. The combat is engaging. It's turn-based, so you can take your time with it, but there's also skill involved, which I also really like that. So, like, if I needed to take a quick break, you know what I mean, I could in between turns. Or even in between battles. It's not like I have to immediately run in and start, like, swinging a sword around and dodging and all that for, like, multiple minutes at a time. Let me think here. We got Zap Tap. I will get Peekaboo next. But we're going to Forever Forest here. Being able to combine these danger badges with the Quake badges is going to be really helpful as well. This poor toad. They made this, like, most scaredy cat toad the guardian of the forest. His name is Feist T. We'll get you. Woo! This game's so cozy, though. I really like it. Okay. For it. Juked. So you have to look at, like, the differences in the bushes in the forest. Also, I just did the loading zone trick. Alright, now let me go. One day I'll memorize the forest. Oh, okay. These fuzzies are kind of annoying. They will keep, like, making copies of themselves. I don't really need to deal with them right now. I should have a... yeah. I'm gonna get my flower points up real quick, too. I'll take a hit from something so I can boost up my quake damage, which will be very helpful for me later. We're gonna get our seed from here. This is a good setup for Chapter 6. Then we have one more seed to get, which we'll get in Chapter 5. I know lots of fun little tricks in this game, so it makes it fun. Makes it entertaining. Here's the one. Thanks for coming, though. I appreciate it, Aegis. Maybe I'll catch you later, because I'm going to be on for a little while. Alright, this is going to be the one, then. Oof, okay. Yeah, now we're cooking. Quake doing 4 will be really nice. And then he's gonna make more of his buddies. Also, jump is going to do a lot of damage as well. Yeah, 6 is crazy good. Alright. We'll level pretty soon here, too, which... I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I mean, it's nice to stay at low health. Okay, it's this one. I'm gonna go here. Welcome to Boo's Mansion. Crazy how you hear all the wolves howling outside, but then, like, you don't fight any of them. All the owls and stuff, too. Is there an owl enemy in Mario? There has to be, right? I mean, there's the flying owl in Mario 64. But he's not really an enemy, though. Get that, the weed leaf right there. Save. Alright, so we can't do anything in there yet. We gotta go up here and get the record. Ready for the boo jump scare? It's always so funny. We don't have the record yet, so we gotta go in the other room. We'll get the portrait here soon, too. Alright, here we go. Everybody pay attention. Drops it. Got him. And I love when they all do this too. They cover their face, blah, right when they leave. Okay. Now we can play the music. And we got the weight. I like how he's still so happy even though we foiled his plan. These guys, like, I really miss when Boos looked like this. When they had that goofy face instead of like the one that they have now. You notice how the Paper Mario Boos like just look so different? Even from 64 to TTYD, they look a little different. But not too strikingly different, but I love those early Paper Mario designs for the Boos. Fun fact, you can blow up this wall from this side. Doesn't really do anything, but it's cool. We're about to get the super boots. Alright, here we go. Good to stand in the middle so we don't get cut off part of the screen. Alright, we got the boots. Means we can start getting the star pieces that are like underneath stuff. Maple syrup is gonna be nice. I always thought the blocks here looked like jelly, and I could eat them. I loved bright, saturated colors back then, and I still love bright, saturated colors today. Nearly 20 years later. Oh my god, the double flip right there? That's crazy. Life shrooms in the shop will come in clutch later. Oh wait, we gotta get the portrait. Me not paying attention? Nice. Let's try not to blow it here. Okay. I always blow that. Hope everybody's doing well. Been a low, casual little stream. Glad it's nothing like super crazy, I guess. There's our star piece. I've not been looking at like view count or anything this stream. Just been killing, not really thinking about it. If anybody shows, it's cool, but I don't expect anybody to really like make a big stink over a long play stream. Thought about doing art streams too, because I've been drawing a lot more. I want to get better at it. I'm not terrible at drawing. I used to be terrible at drawing, but I've been wanting to get better for sure. I'm definitely nowhere near my artist friends. But the improvement's there. I have a tablet too, and the 3D models and Clip Studio Paint and all that. Been having a lot of fun with learning how to use all that stuff. Alright, this is my lady Bo, who I've been waiting for so patiently. A diva. Alright. We've got a diva on our hands now. There's one right here.